Good afternoon. Fade to black breaking news for this Tuesday, June 6th, 2023. This is all of the news that you need. I'm Jimmy Church. Let's get straight to it on this day in history, 1944. Led by the United States General Dwight D. Eisenhower, an allied armada of ships, planes, and landing craft, and some 156,000 troops began the invasion of northern France from England on this day in 1944, the famous D-Day of World War II. Here's your Fader fact. Check this out. A bolt of lightning contains enough energy to toast 100,000 slices of bread. That's right. The average 1,000-watt two-slice toaster could be powered for 84,000 minutes. And that is your Fader fact. Let's get to the breaking news. This happened late last night, but earlier today, Ukraine accused Russian forces of blowing up a major Soviet-era dam and hydroelectric power station in a part of southern Ukraine that Russia controls, setting water gushing from the breached facility and risking massive flooding. Ukrainian authorities ordered thousands of residents downriver to evacuate. Russia claimed it was Ukraine's military that damaged the Kakhovka Dam, which seems impossible considering it has been under Russian control for months. Yesterday, a faked declaration of martial law and military mobilization by President Vladimir Putin of Russia aired on a number of Russian radio and television networks, an incident that the Kremlin described as a hack. The bogus speech, which was broadcast on the Mir radio station and television networks, said Ukraine had invaded 3 border regions and urged their residents to evacuate to the Russian heartland. The clip also depicted Mr. Putin declaring a general mobilization, saying that the power of the country needed to be harnessed to defeat a dangerous and insidious enemy. The press service of Mir, a Russian public broadcaster, said in a statement that its radio and television channels had been illegally interrupted for little more than a half an hour before being restored. I'm going to leave that right there. Prehistoric rock art has been discovered in the rugged mountains of eastern Spain with drones fitted with cameras. Geoarchaeology researcher and authorized drone pilot Francisco Javier Molina of the University of Alicante explored 18 hard-to-reach caves with the drones and discovered cave paintings in 2 of them. The artwork, including images of archers, deer, and goats, some of which had been hit with an arrow, is estimated to be about 7,000 years old. The artists may have built scaffolding structures to reach some of the sites, and after they have obtained permits, they will start the documentation work in the first cave. This is very exciting news. This month, researchers on board the JOIDES Resolution, the flagship of the International Ocean Discovery Program, the IODP, said they have finally succeeded in drilling below the seabed in the mid-Atlantic Ocean. They have collected a core of rock more than 1 kilometer long, consisting largely of peridotite, a kind of upper mantle rock. Although it's not clear how pristine and unaltered the samples are, it is certain the cylinders of the gray-green rock present an unparalleled new record, says Susan Lang, a biochemist at the Woods Hole Oceanographic Institution and co-lead of the cruise. A kilometer of rock samples. Yeah, it's pretty incredible. Archaeologists in South Africa have discovered footprints of Homo sapiens, modern humans, dating to 153,000 years ago, the oldest known tracks attributed to our species. All of this in a new study. The record breaking finding is one of many unearthed in Africa over the past few decades. Since the report of 3.66 million year old footprints at the site in Tanzania over 40 years ago, paleoanthropologists have found more than 100 walking trails preserved in rocks, ash, and mud left by our hominin ancestors. The group that includes modern and extinct humans, as well as our closely related ancestors. Most of the samples the team examined dated between 70,000 and 130,000 years ago, in addition to the 153,000-year-old track site. Absolutely incredible. And finally, I'll leave you with this. From NASA to SpaceX, numerous space agencies and private space flight companies have bold plans to send humans to Mars, possibly even within the next few decades. Given NASA's ambitious plans to land astronauts on Mars by 2040, a hot topic of debate has been who will get to represent humanity on the red planet. At the center of that discourse is the 70-year-old argument that an all-female crew would make the most sense both biologically and psychologically, and not just as a matter of diversity and representation. This argument is backed up by numerous scientific studies that cite the fact that an all-female crew would consume fewer resources than an all-male crew would, like oxygen, water, and food, making the long-distance journey to Mars more efficient. New calculations support the idea. In a paper published in April in the journal Scientific Reports, a team of researchers found that on a 1,080-day mission, a 4-member all-female crew would need 3,736 pounds less food than an all-male crew would, amounting to a savings of $158 million. That's right. On a 3-year mission, a crew of 4 women with the heights between 5 and 6 feet, roughly the criteria for astronauts today, consumed up to 29% less resources than men across the same height range. There you go. There's all the Fade to Black breaking news that you need for this Tuesday, June 6th, 2023. Fade to Black breaking news is produced by Renee Newman. I'm Jimmy Church. I want to let everybody know that I have a very special guest. We are rescheduling for Thursday night so we can cover the whistleblower statements and news that has been breaking over the last 24 hours. And once everything gets finalized this afternoon, we will make that announcement. For now, I'm Jimmy Church. Go Beckley Tepe.